All right, Class 10 warriors, exam season is officially here. Feeling that pressure? I get it. But don't you worry, I've absolutely got your back. Welcome to your ultimate last-minute revision session for social science. We are going to make every single second count.
So what's the mission? Simple. We're going to master two absolutely critical chapters, power sharing and resources and development. Yeah, that's right. We're talking the highest yield topics, all packed into one super fast, super effective explainer. So let's go get those full marks.
So, let's kick things off with a big question. You ever look at a country with all these different languages, cultures, and religions and wonder, how does it not just fall apart? It is a huge challenge, and it's the exact problem that this whole idea of power sharing is designed to solve.
So what is this magic formula anyway? Well, at its core, power sharing is really just about dividing up responsibility. It's basically an agreement that says no single group or government body gets to call all the shots. Think of it like teamwork for running an entire country. It's all about creating a solid system of checks and balances.
Okay, to see how this works in the real world, let's jump into our first case study, Belgium. It's a really fantastic example of a country that totally got power sharing right.
So here's the setup for you. Belgium is a pretty small country, but wow, is it packed with diversity. You've got the Dutch-speaking Flemish region, the French-speaking Wallonia region, and then the capital, Brussels, sitting right in the middle. I mean, that sounds like a classic recipe for conflict, doesn't it?
Now, check out these numbers, because this is where it gets really interesting. Across the whole country, Dutch speakers are the majority at 59%. But, and this is a big but, in the capital city, Brussels, they're actually a minority. This kind of complexity could have so easily torn the country apart. But it didn't.
So how'd they pull it off? They used a brilliant strategy called accommodation. And get this, they amended their constitution 4 times to make it happen. First, they guaranteed an equal number of ministers from both Dutch and French-speaking groups in the central government. Smart. Second, they gave significant powers to the state governments. Third, Brussels, the capital, got its very own government with equal representation. And finally, and this is genius, they created community governments to deal with all the cultural and language stuff. The key takeaway? They chose cooperation over conflict every single time.
So we've just seen the amazing success story of Belgium. But what happens when a country takes the complete opposite approach? Well, that brings us to our second case study, Sri Lanka, which is honestly a powerful and tragic cautionary tale. Now in Sri Lanka, the demographic picture is way different. There's a very, very clear majority. 74% of the population are Sinhala speakers. The largest minority group, the Tamil speakers, make up about 18%. This huge imbalance led to a very different and ultimately a really tragic outcome.
So instead of sharing power, the government in Sri Lanka, after independence, went for a policy called majoritarianism. And this is a key term, you guys. It's the belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country however it wants, totally ignoring the wishes and needs of the minority.
So how did this policy actually play out? Well, for your exam, you just need to remember this one awesome mnemonic. SLABICE. Seriously, write this down. The S is for the Sinhala Only Act, making it the only official language. L for language preference in jobs. A for the deep alienation of Tamils. B for how the Constitution protected Buddhism. D for denial of basic rights. I for insensitive leadership. C because Tamil culture was ignored. And E because equal opportunities were denied. Nail this, and you've got a guaranteed high-scoring answer.
Okay, let's put them side by side. The difference couldn't be more stark, right? Belgium chose accommodation, shared power, respected all languages, and they got unity and peace. Sri Lanka chose majoritarianism, concentrated power, forced one language on everyone, and the result was alienation and a devastating civil war. Honestly, this one slide is basically your summary for the entire chapter.
So, at the end of the day, why is power sharing so important? Well, there are 2 main reasons. First, you've got the prudential or practical reasons. It just works better. It cuts down on conflict and keeps the country stable. And then there are the moral reasons. It's simply the right thing to do. I mean, democracy is all about sharing power with the people.
Okay, time to shift gears. We've totally mastered how power is shared among people. So now let's apply a kind of similar logic to how we manage and share the planet's gifts in our second chapter, resources and development.
First things first, what even is a resource? The official definition has 3 key parts, and you have to remember these for your exam. To be a resource, something must be 1. Technologically accessible, meaning we have the tech to get it. 2, economically feasible, meaning we can afford to get it. And 3, culturally acceptable, meaning society is cool with us using it. If it doesn't check all 3 of those boxes, it's just stuff. It's not a resource.
All right, let's start classifying them. The first way is by origin, and it's super simple. Biotic resources are living things. Think forests, animals, fish. Abiotic resources are all the non-living things, like rocks, metals, and water. Just remember, bio means life, abio means not life. Easy peasy.
The second way we classify them is by exhaustibility. Basically, can they run out? Renewable resources like solar and wind power can be replenished. They keep coming back. But non-renewable resources like coal and oil are finite. Once we use them up, they're gone for millions of years.
And this brings us to a really crucial point. For the longest time, we all thought resources were just free gifts from nature. We were so wrong. Using them without any plan leads to massive problems. They get depleted, it creates a huge gap between the rich and the poor, and it causes major environmental damage. That's why resource planning isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential for our survival.
Now, to make this idea really concrete, let's zoom in on one critical resource right here in India: soil. I mean, it's literally the foundation of our agriculture and our life.
Okay, here's a quick revision table for you. Notice the key differences. Black soil, also called regur, is perfect for cotton, and you find it in the Deccan Plateau. Red and yellow soil develops on igneous rocks where there's not much rain, like in Odisha. But listen up, this is a top exam tip. The comparison they love to ask is between black soil and alluvial soil. Alluvial soil, found in the northern plains, is the most fertile and widespread soil we have. So just remember, black soil is clay and great for cotton, while alluvial soil is loamy and perfect for sugarcane, wheat, and paddy. You have got to know that distinction.
And as we're thinking about using all these resources, let's just take a moment to remember this incredibly powerful quote from Mahatma Gandhi. It just perfectly captures the challenge we're facing. The problem isn't that there isn't enough. It's about how we manage ourselves, our consumption, and our greed.
So here's a final thought to take away with you. We started this whole thing talking about sharing power among people in a democracy. We ended up talking about sharing the Earth's resources. You see, the principle is exactly the same. It's all about fairness, stability, and sustainability. So what's one resource you believe we absolutely must learn to share better? Think about it. Good luck with your exams. You're going to crush it.